We live by words. We build our days with them. We meet by words. We promise by words. At work, leaders often use the kindest words. They learn the right phrases. They are told to say, "We hear you." They nod. They make space in the meeting for someone to speak. They send warm emails that thank people for their honesty. The words feel good. They feel like a soft blanket on a cold morning. But words can be thin. They can be like a mist in the air. Words can float. They can feel safe and still leave the room cold and unchanged. You are in a meeting. You listen to a leader speak with warmth and care. You feel seen. You feel heard. The knot in your stomach loosens. Later, you notice that nothing has changed. The meeting ends. The issue stays. The silence that was there before the meeting grows again, a little thicker this time. The hope you felt fades slowly. It is a story that happens in many places. It happens in big companies. It happens in small teams. It is about the space between what is said and what is done. It is about a common ache. Many people feel it. It is a private hurt that we carry alone. Few people talk about it out loud. It feels too risky. It feels too small to complain about. So we hold it inside. We learn to expect the gap. I want to begin this gently. Imagine a small team. The team meets on a Tuesday morning. The air is a little tense. Someone finally speaks up about a recurring problem. The leader listens carefully. The leader says, "We are listening. We hear you." You can see the faces in the room relax. A few people smile, a little relieved. Someone even says, "Thank you," out loud. The group leaves the meeting with a fragile sense of hope. The team shrugs. People stop bringing their voice to the table. The leader looks surprised. The team just looks tired. The heart of this matter is not usually bad intent. Most leaders mean well. They genuinely want to listen. They feel kind in the moment. They believe they're doing the right thing. They choose words that are meant to comfort and validate. But listening is not just a sound that enters the ear. Listening is not just a feeling of connection in a single moment. It must change plans, even in a small way. It must shift timelines. It must open doors that were closed before. Without that small movement, the listening remains a ghost. Then the agenda moves on to the next item. The worry that was just shared sits under the agenda. It does not disappear. It just grows quieter. It becomes a small shadow in the corner of the room. With time, people learn to walk around it. They learn to avoid looking at it. They learn not to speak of it again. A thoughtful message goes to a boss. It details a problem with care and offers a suggestion. The boss replies quickly, "Thanks for telling me. I appreciate your candor." The writer waits. They check their email for a follow-up. Days pass, then a week. Nothing shifts. The writer starts to feel small. They feel unseen. The kind reply remains, a digital artifact of a moment that led to nothing. The issue grows larger in the silence. The trust erodes in tiny, imperceptible increments. A woman told me about a company-wide town hall. This is where most people stop thinking. We have become so accustomed to hearing the right language that we stop checking for the step that should follow. We hear the soothing phrase, "I hear you," and our nervous system relaxes. We feel validated in the moment. We put our hope into that phrase as if the phrase itself is the action. That freeze is quiet. It is a subtle pause in our own sense of agency. It is hard to spot in ourselves. It asks us to accept the comfort of words over the reality of change. Pause here. Take a breath. Let that last thought settle. What if we could see the phrase "we hear you" not as a destination, but as a doorway? A doorway to the next part of the conversation, the part where listening turns into a plan, the part where words become a small, visible action. This does not require a fight. It does not require anger. It just requires a gentle refusal to stop at the doorway. It requires us to calmly and kindly expect to walk through it together. What does real hearing look like? It is not complicated. It is often simple. It is usually small. It starts with the next step. Thank you for telling me. I hear you. Here is what I will do next. I will meet with Sarah from finance by Thursday to understand the budget issue, a tiny plan, a small, specific date, a promise that the speaker can see and track. This is the beginning of trust. I will bring this to the leadership team meeting next week. I will report back to our team on what they say. This is important, but it's complex. I will need to check on a few things. I will tell you what I find out by Friday afternoon. Now, let us be gentle with leaders too. Many face immense pressure. They have to balance the needs of their team and the demands from above. They have little time. Their calendars are full. They cannot act on every single word they hear. They can get stuck. They can feel overwhelmed. So they say the nice things to hold the moment together. They say, I hear you, because it is true in that moment. They do not know what else to do. The leader misses the view. So what can change right now? The change is small, not a new program, not a big initiative. It begins in a single meeting. It begins with a single sentence. After you say, I hear you, add one more sentence. Make the smallest possible plan. Make the tiniest promise you know you can keep. Give a specific day or time. And then do that one small thing. Follow up. That is it. Let us imagine the next scene. We are with the same team in the same meeting room. The air is still a little tense, but this time there is a different move. A person on the team speaks up, sharing the same recurring problem. The leader listens with the same focused attention. Then the leader says, thank you for trusting me with that. I hear you. Here is what I will do next. I will talk with HR on Friday morning to clarify the policy. I will come back to you on Monday with one option we can discuss. They see that one small promise was kept, so they risk sharing another small concern. The leader again makes a small specific promise and keeps it. A new rhythm begins to form. Speak, promise, act, report back, speak again. People learn to trust the words because the words are now connected to actions. The leader learns the discipline of keeping the small step. The whole system becomes healthier. Problems now surface sooner when they are smaller and easier to solve. The leader learns faster what is really happening on their team. The meetings become more productive. The quiet gap between words and actions begins to close. It closes one small, kept promise at a time. The change is not loud. We can also learn to ask. We can help create this new rhythm from where we stand. When a leader says, we hear you, we can follow up with a gentle question. A question that is not an accusation, but an invitation. You could ask, thank you. What do you think will change next? When do you think we can see a first step on this? Is there someone who will lead the next action on this? These questions do not carry blame. They simply invite clarity. They make the promise visible. They help the leader think out loud about the next step. Keep the language kind and curious. Use I statements to ground the question in your own experience. And to the leader who is reading this, the work is simple and hard at the same time. It is simple because the steps are so small. It is hard because they require consistent follow-through. Keep the promises you can make. Be honest about the ones you cannot. If you cannot act right away, explain why. Give a timeline for when you will revisit the issue. Speak honestly about your limits. People will respond to your honesty. They will forgive your limits much more easily than they will forgive your silence. Before we close, hold this one thought. It is not just a single word. It is not just a sound that passes through the air. It has edges. It has steps. It takes up time and space. It asks for small, humble acts of follow-through. One more step after the meeting is over, one more email, one more small promise kept. It is a practice, not a performance. I will end with a question for you to carry. How would your day look if the phrase "we hear you" always came with a next step?